Well guys, we are back to the project. Yesterday we got all of this insulation installed. Luckily it hasn't rained, everything's still dry. We have a little bit more to do on the end and then we can start sheathing. Now just in case you missed a previous video, let me explain to you what's going on. We are renovating the exterior of our home to make it look a little nicer. Hopefully this section will match this area over here pretty soon. We took down all the old wood siding, sealed up all the cracks and gaps, added our blocking, and are putting insulation in the wall. Now this insulation is mineral wool insulation, and while we don't need a vapor barrier at all in our zone, we technically will be adding one to the outside, and I'll show you that in a minute.
Another 23?
Yeah. All right, guys, we just hit another big milestone, I guess, of this project. Insulation is done. The attic up there doesn't need insulation because it's just the attic. So there is insulation on the ceiling, on the floor of the attic. We do need to add more someday, but that's all that needs to be done. So now we can move right on to sheathing. So we're gonna pull it out. We're using 1/2-inch plywood. That blade does feel dull to me.
Yep.
I'm gonna do this one. Yeah, I'll do it here. Bear with me. Line it up with the kind of on top of the block. Let me see it. Okay, that was scary. Our first sheet up. I hope it's right because we're gonna use that to help guide the rest of them.
We'll need nails here where the window ends.
Oh yeah, yeah. So, out of nails. Okay, so you saw that I put a heavy bead of caulk along the bottom because you might have seen in the last video when we were kind of up close that our bottom beam it's not looking so good. There's a bit of unevenness, some old termite damage. I just want to make sure it's sealed up so that nothing can get up behind the panel.
I don't have the right face for glasses.
Let me see where it's going. So I'm caulking up to this one.
Wherever it ends. We're just gonna make it look the best we can. All the way around.
This wood right here isn't too bad. I'll fill this gap. This is where it really starts getting bad.
Yep.
Oh. Can you go on the other end? It's kind of popping out. Can you get it to sit in? So we're
kind of gappy, so shove it my way a little. Okay.
Okay.
Ah! Got blasted by sawdust.
Second sheet was kind of a hassle. These are going up not that great. The studs aren't exactly straight. They're kind of warped, crooked. It's hard to get it squared up with nothing to square it to, but we're doing our best. I just have to address this because I know you guys are going to see it and say, why are you leaving all that rotted beam? It's okay. The wood's solid. It's old, termite damage. And honestly, it's just not, it's not worth the hassle to replace it. It could be done, but this is what all the wall studs come down to. You'd have to cut all the wall studs out, make sure the whole wall is supported while you pull this beam out and replace it. And honestly, this house is going to stand just fine on that. So don't worry. It looks worse than it is. It's fine. We're just going to cover it up and it'll look beautiful. This plywood's going to be tricky because I have to notch it around this pier. It's hard to explain why, but it's just the way I did this pier. So the plywood is going to be here. So let me take some measurements. I'm going to get it notched and then we'll get this third piece up and hope it lines up. Just set this down here then. Let me line this top corner up and then I'll...
There. Big gap at the top, so push it over. Okay, now it's all touching. Now we just have to move it over an 1/8 inch.
Okay.
Go with that.
That was the best sheet yet. It just went up so easily and it was lining up really good. So I'm happy. I just felt a few sprinkles. It better not rain. Just got this piece cut for the end and we're gonna go on the second row. This one is harder because it's off the ground, but it's easier because we have a guide to set them on. So we'll see how it goes. That should seal up the unevenness. Now that is a good feeling to have one row done. So we just got another sheet up and that completes the second row. I hope we're not forgetting anything. Whenever I'm closing up a wall like this, I always feel like I'm forgetting something, but I think it's good. The next section, I'm not really sure how to do this part. I'm gonna take some measurements. We're gonna decide if we wanna keep going horizontal. We might switch to vertical. We're gonna see how it lines up. So let me get up there, get some measurements, and we're gonna keep going. But so far, everything's awesome. The blocking that we put in the wall lines up perfectly. Everything looks good. I'm glad we didn't mess anything up. So I have a plan, but it involves putting blocking up here. So let's get up there and start framing in some wood. I could probably pound this in if I wanted to. Yeah, I'll just do it. Okay. We're slowly getting it. All right, guys, this is looking good for now. We just got the blocking put in on either side of the window. That should be good enough to reinforce the plywood. There's some little sections over there where it's going to be spanning without any blocking, but it's going to be fine up here. It's not going to matter. Let's get back down. We'll start measuring our first piece of plywood and we'll get the next section finished. Are you ready?
Yeah. Yeah. I think that'll work the best. It doesn't look that bad.
You guys ready for one more? Let's get that one up.
Put nails in it.
Okay. Guys, we're getting down to the nitty-gritty, almost done.
Ready?
You're brave. We're going up with the last piece. Well, guys, we're dusty, we're dirty, I am, but we are done. Awesome. We accomplished our goal. No problems, no surprises. It all went pretty well. I think only, not that it matters, only these sheets right here, they're a little crooked. I think we started crooked, but everything else is perfect.
Yeah.
We did close over the attic opening, but we're going to cut that out. I'm just going to go up into the attic, cut out the opening. I'm not going to do it yet because there's no point leaving it open just so we can get bats in the attic.
Yeah.
I have no idea. So we'll wait until we're going to house wrap it. That's coming soon. We're going to get this sealed up, wrapped, windows installed. It's going to look good. I have to mention something. I mentioned earlier, I was sort of going to be installing a vapor barrier, vapor retarder on the outside. There it is. A lot of people don't know that plywood specifically, I don't think OSB classifies, but I'm not sure. But plywood is a class 2 vapor barrier. That means it does the exact same thing as paper backing on insulation. So if you buy the fiberglass with the paper, that's exactly the same moisture resistance as this plywood offers. Just a little nugget of information because I think it's interesting. So technically, our insulation does have a vapor retarder over it. And that's one of the reasons why I like using plywood. The other reason is it's just strong and it doesn't blow out like OSB. You notice everybody is doing their houses these days with the green
zip board.
Yeah. And I'm not knocking the system. I understand and I get it. Sometimes, whatever. Personally, it's not my style. I'm a bigger fan of just going old school plywood with a
House wrap.
Yeah, couldn't think of it. But for like speed building, I get it. The zip system is just quick.
Yeah.
Quick and easy. You don't
When
have
they're
to,
building like development houses, boom, 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 boom.
Yeah. I will tell you the OSB, even though it's strong and it lasts a long time, it does swell. And I think every time I've removed old sheathing, it's always swollen a little bit.
Yeah.
It kind of gets blown out and weak. So I'm going with this. This is going to give the house a lot of structure. It's going to act as a vapor retarder to help keep the hot, humid air out of our house. And it's just going to be perfect. So we did do a little bit of plywood above the porch there that wasn't finished. Got that tied up.
Looks so good already.
Yeah, it's getting so clean. Now, we don't have the siding yet. We've
Yeah.
only bought so far ahead, so I don't know how far we can get, but if we can at least get it watertight with the water, what is it called? The house wrap. The house wrap on there, then we'll be happy. House wrap, windows, and then we can breathe a little, take our time.
Yeah. We'll be working on the eaves.
Oh yeah, before the siding.
Yep.
Now, you said might be rain tomorrow.
Maybe. And the next day.
So, look at unsealed. We have the plywood up. That's a good start, but the windows aren't sealed. So we do have to get out and get it done. We don't have enough time today.
Yeah. We did this all day.
We're going to risk it.
Yep.
So I guess that's all we have to say on this stage of the job. Another step done. Thanks for watching. And until next time, take care.
Bye.